Good morning, Edmentum, Illinois. We are here on a gloomy Thursday morning, uh, talking to Dr. Nick Polyak, Superintendent for Leyden High School District 212. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, Meredith.
He is here today. We were talking a little bit about a project that he is involved with, the IASA Global Service Project. And he just came back not too long ago from a trip to the Dominican Republic as part of this service project. So, Nick, can you just share with us a little bit about the project and the trip?
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Yeah, we had about a dozen school districts from all across Illinois, as far south as Cairo, as far north as Zion. And we had superintendents and school board members came together, traveled to the Dominican Republic, and did 5 really good days of service work all across the country. Really amazing to bring that diverse group of leaders together and go do this cool, important work together, with the hope of inspiring local school districts across the state to create these opportunities for their students, really feel the value of what it's like to do this and see this and say, we want our kids to do this too.
Nick, you mentioned that this is specifically, or I should say, this is a specific priority there for you and your school board. Maybe tell a little bit about what makes this so important to you and to your community.
Thanks, Jason. Our school board president, Greg Ignoffo, uses a quote all the time from Mark Twain. He says that travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. The more you can see the world and understand the world, the more you understand it. And so we want to create those opportunities for our students here at Leyden. So for the past probably 7 or 8 years, the board puts forth a significant amount of money to support global travel for students. And we send kids to Mexico to work in orphanages and rural schools. We send kids to Ecuador and Peru to build homes and greenhouses for sustainable income for families. Because we think it's so impactful for kids to have these kind of experiences that we want to make sure that we put our money where our mouth is and we make it available to them. So it's really ingrained in who we are at Leyden. And it's been kind of an honor and pleasure to extend this now to a wider community in the state.
You mentioned all these different school districts from across the state who participated, who traveled with you. What was some of the feedback? What were some of the impressions that the folks had? Maybe some of the next steps that have been identified by some of those folks who participated with you.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to ICI Construction, DLA Architects, and H. Lurk law firm in Illinois, who are huge partners. Through their partnership, the people who went only have to spend $500 to go on this amazing trip. And the feedback from the folks that were with us, the word that kept coming up was life-changing. That people saw things they'd never seen before. It changes their outlook on the world and their mindset about the work we do. We're excited. We're going to be launching pretty soon applications for groups to go on the 2.0 version of this trip next October. And so we've got an amazing video that was put together to help recruit, and we're going to start taking applications for districts for next year.
That's excellent. Yeah, if you feel comfortable sharing it with us, I'd love to put it out there. I'm sure that you put it out there too. But that sounds very, very interesting. I'm sure that people will be clamoring to apply to be the next attendees for that. You also mentioned, Nick, a book that you're reading, as connected to the trip. Maybe if you want to tell everybody, all the viewers, what you're reading right now.
Yeah, our videographer that came on the trip actually is an employee and alumnus of Leyden, Brandon Delgado. And when we got back, kind of as a thank you for being there on the trip, he bought me a copy of The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. It's written by Pulitzer Prize winner Junot Diaz. And it's really historical fiction about what it was like to grow up in the DR in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And it's been fascinating for me to read to just develop a better understanding for different cultures in different parts of the world that aren't that far from here. And so, thanks to Brandon for giving me a copy, and I've really enjoyed learning more about the DR through Juno Diaz's writing.
Nick, thank you for sharing. Thank you for your service. Thank you for enlightening your students as well. I don't know a lot of high schools that have the opportunity, or high school districts that have the opportunity or give their students the opportunity to should travel in that way and open up their eyes to other parts of the world. So thank you very much for spending some time here with us this morning. Dr. Nick Polyak, Superintendent of Leyden High School District 212. And everybody have a great weekend.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.